two-tone zone. Two-tone zone.
What's going on, Tight Nation? Thank you for tuning into the Two-Tone Zone. I am your host, Mr. Two-Tone. And as always, I have my day one A1 in the building with me. D Weez, man, going to say what up, bro?
Hey, what up, Tight Nation? You know what it is.
Know what it is, man. Hey, back-to-back victories. Go ahead and just dominating two juggernauts, man. Total domination. But without further ado, I have a good friend of ours, Mar Rizzle. He's represented the Kansas City Chiefs. He made sure he came in. He's still holding it down. He's still in good spirits. He's still confident with his team. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring in Ma Ray.
Yo, what's going on?
What it do, man? Hey, how do you feel? We haven't really talked since yesterday about the outcome of the game, but how do you feel?
Listen,
I just want to know, straight up.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident. The only thing that I'm worried about right now is our defense, right? So Patty Mahomes feels like he has to make a play, all because our defense is trash. I'm okay to say that. But, man, listen, we spent all that money just on the offensive side. And we neglected our defense, so we just left the way it is. But I'm like, with Tyrann Mathieu breaking his thumb and, you know what I'm saying, then the rest of them cats doing arm tackles, I can't stand it right now.
Right. So let me just get this straight. You sound like you don't want to give us any credit for yesterday's game. It sounds like you just it's y'all's fault. You know what I'm saying? It's because of injuries. It's because of execution, defense. The Titans didn't play good football.
They played great football. I think with that freight train in the backfield, something's wrong with him. But then Tannehill, he's good. I mean, y'all's wide receivers. Julio was doing his thing, just lobbing it to him. Oh, you do this since the defense is trash. You do this since the defense is trash. All I'm saying is that if our defense was good, that would have never happened. So.
No, all credibility to Titans defense, creating turnovers, interceptions, getting the Chiefs off the field.
And the reason, the reason why
it wasn't just y'all's defense, our defense was tearing it up.
But I get it. But the reason why we're such a turnover team right now is all because he feels like he has to make those Superman passes, and then he just throws it up. I mean, look at it.
Yeah,
he's a creative player.
Yeah, I was watching Kelsey throw it to Tyreek Hill.
Right.
He was shuffle pass. That almost
like 2 minutes left in the second quarter. We got to put it all out there.
Right. Man, we got to use something.
Man, honestly, man, I here's my thought about the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
And like I said, no disrespect, man, but I just think the luck has ran out. All that sidearm, throwing over the head, closing your eyes, saying behind your head, shuffle pass. I mean, all that stuff like teams have the formula and they have film to stop it now.
Yeah.
So I feel moving forward, Mahomes is going to have to learn how to throw the ball within the pocket because we know it's his skill set is to roll out left, roll out right, extend plays with his legs, right?
Yeah.
But like we saw, if you keep him in the pocket and you don't let him create and extend plays, X plays, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it just gives us the advantage. But as far as defense goes, you guys had to pick your poison yesterday. You guys chose to keep Derrick Henry contained, and for the most part, you guys did your job, man. Like you guys were tackling at the legs, going low, tackling, so you guys were swarming after him, but it just left AJ Brown wide open. It left Julio wide open. So
yeah, exactly.
Well, he wasn't. I mean, AJ wasn't wide open, but he made some real tough catches. Tannehill just put in the perfect position for him.
I mean, we do have some solid defensive players like the two cornerbacks, and then of course our safety, and then we got a couple linebackers. D line is looking good, but at the same time, I'm like, yo, what is really going on? But we feel as if the offense can't operate, neither can our defense. And since our defense can't operate, we're trash as an offensive team right now.
Right. It's got to be complimentary across the board, man.
Absolutely. And it what it boils down to is that there comes a point in time where you have to be humbled, and now's the time.
Well, your linebackers just got caught off guard all day. They were just expecting to run almost every play.
Yeah. But it's time for them to be humble.
No, true that. Moving forward, man, our 10 other opponents this season, they better be aware of, what we have to offer and what we bring. Because now that you see we have all of our weapons on the field at the same time, it's really giving a demonstration, and we're really showing teams what we're capable of doing. And we're still not going to get that respect on, from the media, from, whatever. Right. We don't need it. We got to just continue to do us, man.
But what I will say in regards to that, though, are the Titans going to choke up when it comes to that important game that you need to win?
Right.
Because the last couple of years, that's what's been happening. So can that, can they win?
I wouldn't say choke up. I would say there's just bad coaching.
Trash.
Like they'd be just like last year when we were playing the Ravens. We was up 10-0.
Yeah.
It's just going forward on 4th and 2, throwing it to a lineman. That don't make no sense to me.
Right.
Good teams are going to eat that up. That's going to change the whole momentum of a game.
Absolutely. But if we're going to talk about last year, man, we blew it to stop that one man, number 8, Lamar Jackson. So I don't want to talk about that. But as far as against you guys, the AFC Championship game was the last time we played you guys.
Yeah.
And so we had a bad taste in our mouth. So we wanted to get that out. And what the outcome of yesterday's game, nobody expected that. So let's go ahead and start there. Prior to the game, what were your expectations going into this game?
I thought it was going to be a great game. I thought we was going to come out explosive. I thought we was going to put everything the last couple of weeks that has happened away. But then, it didn't happen that way. We got held to 3 points.
Right.
That's bad, bro.
Well, you guys won the second half with those 3 points. We didn't
score
anything. So.
It is not the point. Y'all still put up the numbers. 27-3. Come on, bro. That's really bad.
Yeah, that's bad for the Chiefs. They've scored a touchdown in every game. This is
right.
Last time they haven't scored a touchdown was years and years ago.
Man, listen. I hope we just don't get back to where we used to be.
No, I dig it, man. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted to see from the Chiefs, and for me to give my respect to Mahomes. At this point in time, he's seeking adversity, right? He's in the midst of having to overcome adversity and get over these hurdles. So this is how I'm going to define his greatness. I mean, let's not get it twisted. He is great. He's got a Super Bowl ring. He's done his thing, early on in his career. But can he sustain and can he overcome all these negative outcomes, these situations that he's been in, and what his team is in right now? This is going to define him as a true leader in my eyes.
Yeah, that's the question at hand, though, right? Can he really overcome any of this? And frankly, right now, from the looks of it, it's not happening until we're literally able to fix some things on the defensive side and then fix some things on the offensive side. Because everybody is always looking towards Tyreek Hill, right? Or Travis Kelce, but not realizing, man, we just signed Clyde Hilaire. You know what I'm saying? And he's a great running back. And I'm like, we have to run the ball more.
And that hurt y'all. Not having him the past couple of weeks.
He's hurt, and that's what I'm saying, man.
Mm-hmm.
Williams, you guys should have kept McCoy, man.
Nah, we can do without.
At the end of the day, man, it's got to be clicking on all cylinders. So I just feel like Andy Reid is he's too cocky right now. He's these trick plays, all this trickery. Like, I'm watching film from the past 6 games, and I'm like, and I'm starting to see this could be stopped. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you guys are good for at least 4 or 5 jet sweeps a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you guys are trying to go deep, and we did a phenomenal job of containing Tyreek Hill and Kelce, after the catch.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just keep him in front. You saw that one play. He caught the first down, then he ran backwards.
Right.
To try to get more yards.
Yeah.
But he does that all the time, man. So I say, over time, you start to watch film, you're like, man, we just got to make sure we're containing these guys and we're squaring them up for the next guy to come get them.
Well, that's the thing. They're becoming too predictable.
Mm-hmm.
People are really studying them. Oh, this is what they like to do. So next game, let's make sure we contain them, keep him inside. If he goes out, we're gone.
For sure, man. I know if I could be able to understand y'all's offense, I know professional coaches and professional players can. I'm like, come on, man. This is so it's not even. I'm not gonna say vanilla because obviously it's not, but it's just like you said, it's very predictable.
Yeah.
Very, very. So let me ask you. I know at the beginning you said you're still confident, but let's be like hit us with the truth, man. How concerned are you right now within the AFC West and what you guys are having to kind of battle with? Because it's kind of competitive outside the Broncos. Like it's still kind of it's kind of competitive, man. So talk to me about that.
So honestly, how I really feel is that we may not end up on top. Actually, the Broncos may beat us due to the fact that, as I said, our defense is not salvageable, especially within the November 1st and November 2nd deadline trade. But that's not going to happen. We can't fix that. So we got to go with what we have. But they're so fixated on offense that they neglect our defense. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, we have to fix it right there in the core. Defense wins Super Bowls. So am I concerned? Absolutely. Because look at Mahomes. He's happened to force up throws, and then that then cause turnovers and everything like that. And then you make us look bad, and then as a defense, they're like, oh, our quarterback isn't getting it done. So why do we need to?
No, man, I hear you. Especially when your defense is on the field for the majority of the game, they're gonna get tired.
They're tired. They're burnt out.
Right. And it's gotta be clicking. So like if your leader of the entire football team is not doing his job, it's not gonna translate over to the defense. It's just gonna go in one ear out the other.
Right.
But I want to just make a statement. I never felt that the Chiefs had a great defense. Even the year when y'all won the Super Bowl, like your defense was very suspect. Very
trash.
Very suspect. But you guys did your job against King Henry in the AFC title game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You guys did your thing. And you guys did your thing yesterday, man. Like you had to pick your poison, and you guys essentially stopped it. He shot 86 yards, which was a solid game still, but on the track of the upward trend that he was on, it was disappointing for him, I'm sure, and for his fans to not see him break off and have a big game. But he is due for a two-piece, man. He is for a 200-yard game here soon. So I think that's the fuel he needed to going into week 9, week 10, and just finish out the rest of the season.
Absolutely. No, that makes so much sense, bro. I mean, obviously, we didn't really do that well as a defense if we couldn't hold y'all to any points. Y'all still scored.
Right. We
was left with a field goal, bro.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Patty Mahomes boys used to getting like 3 or 4 touchdowns a game. What?
Right.
3 points.
If you look at the stat sheet, like we were like very close in total yards. I think we had maybe about 60 yards or less more than you guys. So
yeah.
But our defense just executed, man. Like we definitely contained what we needed to contain. And I want to give a shout out to our secondary. As hobbled as we've been and as young as we are, and next man up mentality. Our guys held it down yesterday, especially against the high powered receivers. You got Robinson, you got Hill, you got Kelsey, and then what's his name? What's the other guy's name? Hardman.
Yeah.
Man, you guys have some explosive receivers, man. Like it's crazy. It's crazy how fast they are, how strong they are, and how like just their playmaking ability. Like it's uncanny. Like not a lot of players in the league have like that natural ability.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you there. But let me play devil's advocate because I'm just like, even though we have explosive receivers, they mean nothing if we can't do nothing with the ball.
For sure.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, what's the point? Yeah, we have that.
Right.
But if they're not blocking for Patty Mahomes over Blood Nichols, kudos to you if you know that movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Then what's the point?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Give your quarterback some space. Protect the D line. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been crazy, man.
So D Weez can vouch for what I'm about to say. We've been dealing with the same problems with our offensive line. The past 2 games, they've cleaned it up tremendously. Like you said, we have Julio Jones, AJ Brown. We have these guys that can make plays, but like you just said, if the quarterback can't get the ball to them, there's no point. You know what I'm saying? So I can agree with that. I want to shout out our offensive line for holding it down for Tannehill.
It's like as soon as Lawan went out, knock on wood, he's doing good. He got the concussion on that, but as soon as he went out, it's like something changed with the line.
Yeah, not straight up, man.
And we've seen that story before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we got some guys coming back, but shout out to the guys that stepped up and did their thing. It was offensive line by committee yesterday.
Yeah.
So salute to them, and salute to Derrick Henry, man, just taking a lot of attention, a lot of pressure off of our other guys, allowing them to be able to make plays and be in positions to move those chains. Right.
Yeah, man. Kudos to Derrick Henry, man. He threw that touchdown pass. That was nasty.
Right.
No linemen were downfield. That was great.
Man,
Right.
Man, I was like, dude.
Hey, man,
it was still wobbly, but he still got it off.
It was a trash pass, but I was watching the replay. I forgot who it was on the left side of the field. It was wide open.
Tannehill.
What was it? Tannehill?
Tannehill was like behind the line of scrimmage, wide open, and then I forgot who the other receiver was in the end zone. But
there was somebody in the end zone wide open.
The whole left side of the field was open.
Right.
Everyone, yeah.
But I don't trust Henry to make that pass, across the field. So I'm okay with that because we've seen him do it against the Ravens in the playoffs a couple years ago. So I'm cool with that, man.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. So let me ask you this. What are your expectations for the playoffs? I know you said you're not going to probably win the division, but do you think it is a likelihood for you guys to make the wild card?
Absolutely. I'm not going to count us out one bit, but I'm just pointing out the obvious and the facts right now. But I do feel as though if we make it to when we make it to the wild card, we'll beat whoever it is that we're playing, and then from there we're on the path to Super Bowl.
I'm gonna shed some positivity your way though. I think you guys can still win the division. I don't believe in the Raiders like that.
I would never believe in the Raiders.
And I don't think the Chargers can sustain what they've shown these past 6-7 games. I just don't think they can continue to be on an upward trend. I think they're going to somewhere down the line start to digress, and you guys will somehow, some way win the division. I would not count out the Kansas City Chiefs.
No, I'm definitely not counting out. And here's my prediction right now: we will not lose another game.
I mean, hey, going into week 8, you got the New York Giants through a hot victory. I didn't mean to laugh, Giants fans. You hear them in the watch video for some reason, but they have a little confidence, so any given Sunday, they're trying to capitalize your guys' morale being just pretty much just taken it from you. I just don't think there's a lot of positivity in that locker room right now. So someone's going to have to figure it out, and Mahomes is going to have to start somewhere. Like you said, he's going to have to humble himself and realize I need to be patient. I need to let the offense develop, and I can't make every single play.
Yeah.
So
no, absolutely. And we're about to weather the storm. We're going through it right now, but we're about to weather it, man. We're about to come out on top. I don't have any faith in the Raiders. The only team that I am worried about in our division are the Chargers because they're very explosive. But in regards to the Broncos, they're garbage. They're already trying to get rid of Teddy Bridgewater, but that's besides the point. But all I'm saying is the Chiefs, are going to come on top.
They're not giving the time to try to bring score.
Yeah.
I think he might be stuck.
Yeah, I think he got stuck.
Yeah, man. Hey, the Broncos couldn't even do nothing with Drew Lock or Bridgewater. So
But my thing is, what's the point of trading him? You're not even giving him a fair opportunity.
No.
He has a trash O-line who's not going to protect him. They haven't protected him over nothing.
Yep.
And another thing is, you have great running backs. Why aren't you utilizing the running back?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you run the ball more often, maybe that'll get you somewhere. But if you continue to try to force passes and stuff like that, you're gonna be looked at as the team who never could.
No,
after
exactly.
Stay sharp in them. So
exactly. Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show, man. You gotta be careful, man. When when you get new quarterbacks and stuff, it's a whole different ballgame. Because I mean, certain quarterbacks play different. Like I mean. The Tannehill and Mariota. Mariota was, like all over the place. Tannehill's more strategic. Like, I'm going to my first or second option. Mariota was like, let me extend the play or I can run it. That was an option. But I don't know, man. They got to at least give him a fair shot. I agree with you there. They got to give him a fair shot, man.
Yeah.
At least don't just boot him because he's losing. So
yeah, and that's the thing, man. But that's even with the Chiefs. I feel like if we have a solid secondary quarterback, we'd be good. Just like a case in point, yesterday Mahomes got hurt and had to be walked off the field. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like,
he got the knee to the face, right?
Man, that's concussion protocol right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So who's to say? That's what I'm saying. So who's to say he's going to be ready and willing for the upcoming week against the Giants?
Yeah, he might. Yeah, I mean, they might even sit him just because you're playing the Giants,
Yeah.
But I
That can
mean,
be like a.
can you afford that loss though?
I mean, but that's the thing. Who's
If
to
you
say
lose
we're
to
going
the
to lose?
Giants,
Oh, man.
can you afford another loss with the AFC going crazy right now? I mean, yesterday the Bengals putting out the Ravens. I was
Yeah.
putting out you guys and the Bills. It's all over the place. I mean, this race is going to come down to week 17.
No, absolutely. And I feel like if we were to lose to the Giants, we would have to win out.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Especially how Cincinnati's playing right now.
Man.
The Ravens, the Ravens are contenders for sure. It's in the Bills. You know what I mean? It's really gonna be competitive just across the board. The AFC is like got some high power teams. As opposed to the NFC. NFC is pretty much who's gonna come out of there. You see what I'm saying? But the AFC is like it's up in the air.
It's unpredictable.
Definitely.
I hate to say it. I mean, even look at the Patriots killing the Jets 2 days ago. Or yesterday.
The Jets' record should be better, but
it should be close games.
But at the end of the day, it's just like, hey, it's everybody's got to be clicking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Mac Jones can be doing his thing all he wants, but if special teams is missing field goals, you see what I'm saying? Especially against teams like Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, like those are the field goals you got to make, dude. Yeah. So unfortunately, it's an uncontrollable thing. You know what I mean? Like you can control what you can control, which is attitude and effort. But if anybody misses a player, anybody has a mental breakdown, it's overall going to have an effect on the entire team. So it's really about let's just be honest. There's a lot of luck involved sometimes. You know what I mean? A lot of luck involved. Like it could be a coach calling a bad play or the referee makes a bad call. It's really up in the air. So control the controllables, which is attitude and effort. If those things are in line, things should fall your way, not into your lap. I mean,
you also got to frustrate the team too. You see, Kelsey was frustrated yesterday.
Man,
you see, Tyreek was frustrated. If you can frustrate a team and get under their skin early, it could change the whole momentum of a game too. I saw Kelsey just yelling. I mean, that man he's usually smiling, dancing,
smiling. Yeah,
that man was yelling. Like he was ticked off, man.
And to your point, I don't think it's luck, man. I just think I think what it boils down to is that who's hungry, who wants it more.
Luck has a huge luck has a huge part of the game, man. If you ask me, dude, like it just does. It plays a role. You know what I'm saying? Like it really does. Like what
I would say like 15% luck, like because you get like those bounces.
Right,
you get like, but I wouldn't say like a majority of it is luck. I would say there's that luck where somebody tips the ball, or two players run it. It's just something happens. So you can't even imagine what it is.
Or if a ref misses a call, like that's luck. That's a luck that the ref missed it. Think about it. Yeah. Ryan Tannehill got hit on 4th down, and it should have been roughing the passer. But the referee didn't call it, and whether he saw it or not, it was luck. It was luck. we would have got the ball back if that would have. We would have been first down if we would have got more opportunity to put some points on the board rather than the field goal. So,
well, absolutely.
I would say.
Go ahead. To your point, like even when it comes down to the tip drill, in regards to a bad pass, you tip it. That's fundamentals. That's not luck. That's fundamentals. That you learned that back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And the power football, so
right. Well, I would say it's more than 15%. I would probably say it's around 20%. It's about a fifth of it.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you, Weez. I'd say 15 to 10%, honestly.
All right. Well, let's talk about it, Weez. So, supposedly, Josh Allen slipped on that 4th and 1. Apparently he slipped.
That's bad. That's bad coaching. We already talked about this.
Him slipping.
That's bad coaching. You take that field goal. If you feel like you have the better team, give your team a chance in OT.
That's it.
Well, obviously,
you only have one timeout. You have 20 seconds left. Even if you got the first down, you're gonna blow your timeout there. Cool. Now what? Let's say you get sacked on a first down or a second down. Something goes wrong. bro, take your team to overtime and execute. We already talked about that. You cannot. I don't care. You cannot do no QB sneak on 4th and 1 when you're right there. Like you fumbled the bag. Like you're right there.
I hear you, but that same play worked earlier in the game, and they want to win. It was like McDermott is an aggressive coach. I would have went for it. I think Vrabel would have went for it.
If I was Josh Allen, I would have. When I saw the Titans downshift, I would have called a timeout.
Oh, absolutely. Why go for it and put your quarterback at jeopardy?
But that's that youth that I was talking about with Ant when he came on the show. Is like he has to be able to recognize that, especially being under center with one timeout left. Like, but the thing is, he slipped, and I feel like that's luck. That's luck because that game could have went either way, and he slipped.
Wasn't it raining?
Bad weather conditions.
Wasn't it raining? I mean, you got to be prepared for that. Like, you think you're not going to slip in the rain?
Weather is luck, man. It's luck.
It's Tennessee, bro.
Tell it to the 49ers.
Hey.
You're right. Tell that to the 49ers.
Yeah. Oh, you guys got lucky. It was raining, boy.
Man, them dudes just couldn't capitalize in the red zone early. They had every opportunity to take out the Colts early, and I'm pissed they didn't take them out, man. I'm mad they did.
Yeah,
they're making Carson Wentz look amazing, aren't they?
Wentz handing the ball off on the goal line, right to the 49ers. Here,
right.
You can have it slipped out my hand. I'm sorry, you can have it.
That shuffle pass. I was hoping that would happen to Mahomes yesterday. I was hoping he would have did that. We'd have took it the same way. I was hoping for that, man.
He's got to learn from them that mistake, man.
Right. No, he will, and that's the experience. So that goes back to what you said earlier.
Yeah.
About the Titans potentially choking in the playoffs. Experience is key. We made it to the AFC Championship with nobody. We didn't even think we were to make it to the title game.
Yeah.
And we got knocked out of the wild card game against the Ravens last year.
Yep. So
that's experience, and I know Ryan Tannehill is a leader of his football team. He leads by example, and he's just a stand-up guy. People follow him and they trust and believe in him. So yeah. I truly feel that he was a big factor as to why we weren't able to overcome and make it to the Super Bowl and be able to make it to the second round of the playoffs. So I feel like he's taking it personally, and he's definitely learned. He's going to learn from his mistakes, and down the line, I feel like we're going to end up in a pretty good position to essentially take it all.
I agree with you.
Hey, real quick, did you hear that Carl Mattson, he was a 71-year-old ref, he officiated our game yesterday. He died after the game yesterday?
I didn't hear about that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did they say what was the causes?
Not from what I read thus far. I just kind of saw the link for it, and I'm just like, wow, that's crazy.
He died last night after the game, after he ref the game, went home and then just died type thing. I
don't have the full details. I just know that he passed away after the game, and rest in peace. And thoughts and prayers go out to his family, man. That
absolutely
losing a loved one.
That's horrible, man. I hate to hear that.
I mean, losing a loved one, and just respect for him working at 71 years old, man.
He loved the game.
He loved the game, man. And
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, man, that's sad, man. Thoughts and prayers out to Carl Mattson and his family.
Yeah, praise it up for that.
For sure. So, Maray.
Yeah.
My Rizzle. Let's talk about this, man. All bias aside, just tell it how it is. How do you rate the Tennessee Titans on a scale?
Man,
we can do it from A through F, or we could do 1 through 10.
Let's do 1 through 10. 1 through 10.
Let's do it.
Honestly, man, don't get me wrong. I mess with the Tennessee Titans. I think they're a pretty awesome team, even back in the day when they had Eddie George. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? And so, and I'm like, dude. So I would rate. I'll give them a 9. I'll give them a solid 9. The reason why they're not gonna receive the 10 is because we all know the history of them choking. So until you show me otherwise,
right,
you'll just be 1 point off from a solid 10.
I can respect that. Wholeheartedly and 100%. I wouldn't even give us a 10, even if I thought we were, because that's saying we're perfect. There's always room for improvement.
Yeah.
And we definitely, even our head coach, that's why I love him so much. He's never complacent or content with just us winning games. You know what I mean? And that right there is contagious, and that's what you want from a coach.
Yeah. And
so I definitely know, hey, guys, celebrate this win, but there's a lot of things we got to work on.
Yeah. Right.
And accountability. So I know Andy Reid is a great football coach, great football mind, great offensive mind, and I feel like he's gonna help correct this situation. He's not. I don't think he's gonna panic. I don't think he's gonna start worrying and start going into the bag, like that. It's just he has to make sure that his quarterback and him are on the same page, because that's where it's gonna start, is with Mahomes, man.
Absolutely. Giants get knocked down often. So
right.
Well, I mean, you guys didn't have the lead last week either when you're playing Washington. You guys let them score that late touchdown. You guys went into halftime with down by 3 points. I think it was 13-10.
Yeah.
And that was kind of surprising too. But I mean, as soon as the Chiefs came back out, they destroyed football.
That's the thing. We got to click on all cylinders, though. And that goes from defense to offense to special teams. So we have to execute.
Coaching too, man.
Coaching too, yeah.
We believe in 4-phase games on the Two Tone Zone show. It's a four-phase operation.
Lay it on me.
No, so it goes coaching, right? Coaching staff, offense, defense, and of course special teams.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's got to be complementary all the way around. Period. Mm-hmm. Like, everybody's gonna make mistakes, but it's just the matter of when, how you make it, how do you correct the mistake.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So I have another question for you, Maray. Okay. Rizzle. Let's talk about the Tennessee Titans' shot at winning the AFC title and going on to the Super Bowl, winning the Super Bowl. What are your predictions? What are your thoughts on that? Is it a possibility?
Listen, there is a possibility, but I feel like there's a little sliver in the crack, because I feel like due to their recent their recent not winning and choking at the last minute, that's where it's gonna happen at. I feel like y'all gonna have the stats, the team, and everything like that, but when it boils down to it, are you going to be able to execute that last game, that winning game? Can you make that happen? Or are you going to be like, oh, I can't make this happen, or blame it on something else like weather or luck?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, but that's not to say that I don't think they have a chance, because they do. But until you get over that hump, it's going to be, I don't know.
Right. I mean, hey, as we all know, defense wins championships, right?
Absolutely.
And as of right now, I think we're 20th or 21st overall in the NFL.
Yeah.
But we jumped up from 24th overall in the past week, and we pretty much showed the NFL what we can do, what we can hold teams to. Yeah. And we made some additions: Bud Dupree, Danico Autry. Yeah. Those guys were dominant yesterday. The reason for strip fumbles. The reason for sacks, for ultimate pressure, and these guys are starting to click within this defense, start to build, a synergy and an energy, and it is just going to translate over to our offense. All right, you know what I'm saying? Tom Brady had it last year.
Yeah.
NFC title game. If it wasn't for his defense, they would have never made it to the Super Bowl.
And that is facts.
Right. So if we're top 15 before the end of this season, we definitely have a shot at winning the title, man. 100%. It's if our defense can perform the way they did yesterday, holding teams to 3 points, high-powered teams like the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Because regardless of y'all's record, man, Mahomes still has 20-plus touchdowns, right?
100%.
So,
like I said, with that, it what it boils down to is our defense, man. We can make it happen on offense, but I'm like, we need our key components to make it happen. And right now, we don't have that. Is it salvageable? I'm not sure if it is.
I think it is. I think
defensive wise, because we have to literally go with what we have. Right. We got to work with what we have, and then until everybody is clicking on the defensive side, it's like, dude, we're gonna forever continue to get scored on in bad manners.
Right. No,
you know what I'm saying?
Especially starting games slow. I was talking to Weez, I think it was a few days ago, about how we're going to win this game. I said it. If KC shows up the same way they showed up against the Washington football team, we're going to win. And like I said, because if it wasn't for the Washington football team, underperforming and then being subpar offensively, they would have won that game. If they would have put them away early, they would have won that game. And that's what we did yesterday. We put y'all away early, and we literally could have won the game by a lot more. But we were trying to keep it classy, and we were just trying to get Derrick Henry to over 100 yards plus. You know what I mean? That was our motive in the second half, right?
Yeah.
So you know, we let y'all off the hook a little bit, man, but that's just because we're a classy organization.
And so are we. And so that's why we're willing to take that L. We'll take that. Will you will again? Probably not.
Hey, the year we played each other in the AFC Championship game, we beat y'all early in the season, in the regular season.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, but we couldn't capitalize when it mattered. So I to your point, I'm agreeing with you, right?
Yep.
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Right on, man. Right on.
Love it, man.
Weez, man, real quick. Offense, defense for the Tennessee Titans. Who's the two-tone elite player of the game on offense?
On offense,
Mm-hmm.
has to go to AJ, right?
Right.
It has to go to. He made some big catches early in the game.
Huge.
I mean, that touchdown catch he had was great. And then like the couple plays before that, when they threw the bomb to him.
Yep, no, for sure. And I
go with AJ. I mean, just little plays like that. I mean, just think about that. If he didn't make that third down catch, we wouldn't have, you know, we probably would have got off the field, punted it, been back and forth. But I mean, he led the way early. Like he came out to play this week. We were talking, you know, that man was still hurt, but he didn't look hurt yesterday.
Right. No, for sure.
So I'll give it to AJ.
Even if he was truly hurt, I don't think he would like show it, because last year, you know, at the end of the season, he had double knee surgery, right? And we didn't even know the whole year that the dude was hurt, but he still played a hell of a year, over 1,000 yards, you know, whatever. So, no, man, I rock with you on that. And shout out to Tannehill for putting those balls right on the money, man.
Yeah, right on the money. Can't be mad at that.
We were due for some deep shots, man, because we really haven't been able to do that this season. So it was good that we were able to do that and able to give an example and display that we have the abilities in the options and the talent to do that. I'm going to give it to. I mean, I can argue AJ Brown, Tannehill, but I'm going to give it to Derrick Henry, man. I'm going to give it to him, because literally, you know, deep down we knew what he wanted to do to the Chiefs. You know, being like they're getting one of the worst teams in the league at stopping the run, right? So you know, but he definitely like held his composure. Even we knew he was pissed off and upset, but he held his composure and he didn't let that his energy or that negativity affect that offense, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he took some big shots yesterday. The Chiefs did a phenomenal job of stopping him, and he took some big shots, and he was like, you know, whatever. Hey, as long as my team is winning, that's what I want. And and he showed that not only by his actions, but I was watching the press conference after the game. Like he was just, you know, he was just a happy person that got the dub, and that's what you want to see. So I'm going to give that the offensive two-tone elite player of the game to Derrick Henry, El Tractocito. Defensively, D Weez, who do you want to give credit to?
I'm gonna give credit to those D linemen down there, the whole D line.
Right.
I think that they created enough pressure, and they got the sacks we needed. They created that pressure on Tannehill.
Mahomes.
Mahomes was trying to scramble out of there. We're right on him. There was times he probably couldn't even believe that we were there. You know?
Right.
He was like, "Oh, we were there the whole time. We look like an elite D line." So I give it to the D line for helping out the whole secondary.
It starts up front.
Yeah, I give it to the whole D line.
For sure, man. Especially with our hobbled secondary.
Yes.
The D line definitely held it down for us.
Yes.
I'm gonna give it to Danico Autry, man. You know, coming away with 2 sacks. He's been providing consistent pressure on these quarterbacks. He just hasn't had the opportunities to close out, man. But he's starting to show why we gave him the bag, why we brought him to Tennessee.
I mean, Dupree did his thing too. Dupree got his first sack of the season yesterday.
It was a strip sack too. You know what I mean? Not for sure. Hey, but you know that's why we brought him here to do that. But
I say Landry was there. Everybody was there. It's the whole D line, man.
For sure. I'm just giving it to Danico, man, because I feel like he deserves it, and finally he's got the outcome he's wanted. You know what I mean?
Danico, you deserve the two-tone player.
Right. Hey, but think about it though. I want to give Buddy his credit though, because we played the Colts this weekend. So going into
Yeah.
into that game against your former team with this momentum, that's huge.
It's
So,
huge. Yeah.
No,
so
I got you.
for some reason, Buddy's watching, man. You know, I'm trying to give Miss flowers, man.
I
Straight
feel
up.
it,
That's
bro.
facts. That's
Right.
facts.
I feel you on that. I feel you.
And I'd rather give it to him over Bud Dupree because Bud Dupree, like, it's out of his control, right? But you know, he hasn't been consistently playing for us. Danico has, right? And so I'm gonna give him his, you know, hey, I think if Bud Dupree can build off that performance yesterday, you know, hey, let's make it happen. We know what Bud Dupree's capable of. You know, we know what he's capable of. We saw what he did all those years with Pittsburgh, how dominant he was. Like, so, but I'm gonna give this one to Danico.
All right.
No.
Straight up. You know, plus, you know, we're always giving Harold Landry his credit. That's what we expect him to do, right?
All right, real
Straight
quick.
up. Right.
Real quick though, before we end the show though, I want to ask y'all. If you so you know how the dude got the touchdown ball from Brady, the 600, how the dude got in the end zone. Remember, like Evans gave it to him. If it was either one of y'all's quarterback, it was Tannehill or Mahomes, same accomplishment. Are you keeping the ball and getting the bag, or are you giving it back?
For me, it has to come with some sort of stipulations. Either you're gonna give me season tickets the rest of my life,
Right.
all field, all access,
all access,
Right.
all access. I'm talking about Super Bowl tickets for the rest of my life, no matter who's playing.
For sure. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Lifetime.
Hey, it can't be no one-time deal. No, I like that thought.
You're
man.
like, I need 2% share of the Chiefs. Honestly, like that's what I'm gonna need 2% of this team.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. I'm looking for the perks, man. You know, the longevity and
So you're not giving it back right away. You're keeping it. You're gonna negotiate.
If it was Ryan Tannehill's ball, I'm gonna give it to him. But I'm gonna say, hey, under these conditions, you know what I mean? Like, hey,
I'm talking
hold on.
about. I mean, it's like, you know, Tannehill 600, first one ever throw 600, whatever. I mean, if it was just different conditions, it's your team. Are you giving the ball back or are you keeping it and see what it's worth? Just out of curiosity, I've been thinking about that all day.
Man, I'm gonna negotiate on my terms. How can I benefit? You know what I mean? Like yes, I want to give you this rock back, but hey, you know, tickets are expensive.
Hey, let us know in the comments too. I want to see what you guys say in the comments too, man.
Right. It looks like Murray having a little issue too, man. Folks, sorry about the technical difficulties on this show. We've kind of been on a hot streak without having any issues, but it appears that
it happens.
I mean, it's my birthday, man, so I figured we'd have better luck.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
so,
Happy birthday to Two-Tone, man. Get a happy birthday
Right.
to him, man, in the comments too, man.
Right, man. Just happy to be here. That's it, man. Hopefully, he comes back on. Let's give him a minute so we can go ahead and sign off with him on here. But D Weez, man, moving forward, what do you feel like? Are we gonna like? Do you think we have an opportunity to win the entire AFC and get that bye week in the beginning?
We need it. I'll tell you that. I'll take that bye week over anything. I don't know why you wouldn't want it with such a long season.
Right.
Such a long season. That's going to be a good perk. Start resting your players early. Come back full throttle. Got our outside guys. Got King Henry in the back.
Right.
I think we need if we're going to go all the way, we need that bye just to have the extra rest, because we have a lot of players who tend to get hurt later on the season.
For sure.
So we need to make sure everybody's rested, and if we can get that bye, that's the advantage we need in order to take it to the next level.
Right, man. And I want to give, you know, coaching staff, training staff, you know, kudos on not rushing guys back, you know, on having that next up mentality, believing in your depth and keeping these guys healthy. Because what if we would have forced AJ to play or Julio to play prior games? We probably wouldn't have had him available like for this for this big win. So you know, so I want to give a shout out to, you know, the coaching staff and training staff for making that call and that judgment. Moving forward, man, I think we're in good. I think we got our bearings. I think we know what we're capable of doing, but I think that now we know we can do it because we showed the world we can do it. So
yeah, let's go.
We're not gonna get caught up in the hype like the Baltimore Ravens do. You know, we're gonna have our eyes on the prize, man, and just make sure our hearts are in the right place, and you know we're doing the right thing, and everybody's on the same page.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Ray, man, my Rizzle, man. Hey, thank you for coming on the show, man.
Yeah,
It's been-
thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Hey,
It was
man.
fun talking to you.
I appreciate y'all real quick, man. And real quick, if y'all allow me, man, I want
Absolutely.
everybody to check out my clothing. Join us in creating excellence, man. Join us in joinjuice.net, man. We got hats. We got all types of stuff, man. And it's for a good cause. Premium luxury t-shirts, sweatshirts, shorts, you name it. And we're coming out with our fall line. So be on the lookout for that, man. Join us in creating excellence.
Let's go.
Absolutely, man. It is the acronym is JUICE. You know what I mean? So my Rizzle has the juice. You know, if you need it, he's got it. He's got some fly gear. I'm about to actually be hitting him up by ordering something from that fall line.
Yep.
I want something for free for my birthday if I can.
Oh, I got you, bro.
Just a beanie, a keychain, some. I'm kidding, bro.
Hey, say less.
I'm messing with you, man. But hey, until next time, guys, you know the drill. It's Titan Gang or Don't Bang. Be on the lookout for our preview for Week 8 against the Indianapolis Colts. We travel to Lucas Oil Stadium to take care of these Colts, man. They've been a thorn in our side for years upon years. So we'll take care of business, and we'll have that preview and the breakdown probably by the end of the week. But until next time, folks, Titan Gang or Don't Bang. Hit that like button, share the video, and make sure you definitely subscribe.
Peace.
Welcome to the two-tone zone. Two-tone zone.